Welcome back to Pipro versus YouTube channel where curiosity meets the core. From today onwards, it's going to be videos related to small types of program. So today, the topic of discussion of a program will be adjective, comparative and superlative form generator. That is, if we enter some word which is an adjective, it should give the comparative and superlative form. So let's get started. Firstly, I've opened the code. Let me just widen it so that you can all see. So firstly here you can see we have import NLTK. So firstly imports WordNet DXL database from NLTK library, and then we are importing the NLTK library which is used for natural language processing. Then we import RE, which is imports the RE module to support regular expression operation. Then we have import JSON, which is JSON module to work with JSON data in Python. Then we have NLTK download WordNet quite is equal to true. This downloads the WordNet data. If it isn't already available, suppressing output. Then we have NLTK download OMW 1.4 quite is equal to true. This downloads the additional WordNet multilingual data, also suppressing the output. Then we have with open irregular objectives.json comma r as f. This opens a file named irregular objective.json in read mode. Then we have irregular adjectives is equal to json.loadf, which is loads the JSON data from the file into the Python dictionary. Then we get into def, we get COMPSUP adjectives. This defines a function called get COMPSUP that processes the list of objectives. Then we have COMP SUP is equal to a null value. So we initiates an empty list to store objectives with their comparative and superlatives form. Then we have for adjectives in ADGS. This starts a loop. Then we have synets is equal to wordnet.synsets, which is adjective.pos is equal to wordnet.adj. We retrieve the wordnet's synets, which is set of synonyms for the given adjective. Then we have putting a condition if synsets. So this checks if synsets were found for the objectives, and we have syn is equal to synsets 0. This selects the first synset as it is often most common meaning. Then we have comp forms is equal to lemma.name replace dash with an empty space from lemma in SYN lemmas. So what does this do? This creates a list of synonyms by extracting lemma names from the synsets, replacing underscores with the spaces. Then we have another if condition, which is if length of the compared forms is greater than or equal to 2. It checks if there are at least two forms, which is base and comparative available. Then we have COMP form is equal to comp forms 1. This assigns the second form as a comparative if available. Then we have else, which is the second form which isn't available. Then we have COMP form, which is get comparative form ADJ. Then it generates the comparative form using a helper function. Then we have if length COMP forms is greater than or equal to 3. This checks if there is at least 3 forms, which is base, comparative and superlative available. So in such cases, we have super L form is equal to cum forms of 2. This assigns the third form as a superlative if available, or else if there is a third form isn't available, we have super L form is equal to get superlative form dot adjective. This generates the superlative form using a helper function. Then we have COMP SUP append, which is ADJ, comma com form, comma super L form. This adds the base adjective, comparative and superlatives from to the list Else if no synthesis are found, we have comp sub append at adj get comparatives from ADJ, get superlative form from ADJ. This adds the objectives and generates A's comparative and superlative forms. Then we have return COMP SUP. This returns the list of objectives with their comparative and superlative forms. So this is the entire loop. Moving on, we have DEF get comparative form adjectives. This defines a function to generate the comparative form of an adjective. We have the first condition of if adj in irregular objective is checks if the objectives is irregular, which is present in the dictionary. Then we return irregular adjectives adjectives dot zero. So this returns the irregular comparative form of from the dictionary. Then we have else re dot match r, and we have some of the things and comma ada. This checks if the objective starts with the vowel. Then we have return adj plus er. This adds er to form the comparative if it starts with a vowel. So we have a condition where if it's a vowel, it's like happy, so it starts with the vowel, so we are happier. So er is being added. Else we have, if there is another condition, we have written more. So such as we'll see the examples. So this returns the more word plus the adjective that you have entered. Then we have the third one, which is def get superlative form adjective, which defines a function to generate the superlative form of an adjective. Then we have if adjective is irregular objectives. We have checks if the adjective is irregular, return irregular edj, which returns a irregular superlative form from the dictionary. Then we have else if re dot match, again vowel dot edj. This check if the adjective starts with a vowel. Then we are returning adj plus est. So this adds est for the superlatives if it starts with a vowel. Else if neither is the condition met, we have written most plus the adjectives. This returns the objective prefixed with most for the superlative form. So next we have define main. So this is another function which is called as main. So firstly, the first statement is defining a function called the main. Then we have adj is equal to input, enter the list of adjective, comma, separated, dot, split as, comma. So this prompts the user to input a list of adjectives separated by commas. Then we have to extract the each of the adjectives. So we have adjs is equal to adj strip for adj in adjs. This strips any extra white spaces from each adjectives in the list, and we have comp sup, which is equal to get comp sup adjs, which calls the get comp sub function to get comparative and superlative forms. Then we have a print option. So we have print. Firstly, print adjectives, comparative and the superlative. This prints the table header for displaying the results, and we have print a line. So this prints a separator line for the next, adjective. Then we have a for here. For adj, c, comma, s, comma, in, comp, sub. This loops through the list for adjectives in their form. So if you have entered 2 to 3 of them, it loops the same thing. Then we have print adjective, comparative and superlative. This prints each adjective with its comparative and superlative forms. Then we have if name is equal to main. This is like check if the script is being run directly. So, and then we have the main. We are calling the main function to start the program. So let's see what's the output of the program. So as usual, I'm going to copy the name of the folder and cmd. We have Python, the name of the folder .py. So okay, so I've added the title, so let me just remove that. And so here you see the result. We get enter a list of objectives, comma separated. So I'm going to take happy, comma, let's say good. So you can see the adjective is happy and good we have printed. The comparative is happier, good is better, superlative is happiest, and we have the best. So multiple, we can enter multiple adjectives. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have learned something from this video, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.